Hey Libra, this is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor, and this is your reading for the big week, December 18th through the 25th. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. I also offer IET, which can help you to transform energy. The information, I did a video on Piece of Guadalupe, and I describe it more there. And it's also, there's a description, in words on my website, ripecolor.com. Please become a member. Membership is $2.99 a month and allows you to watch these videos commercial free. It's time to let go. That's the message. All right. So that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. But sometimes it's like, okay, I've done all I can do. I've said everything I needed to say. I did all the actions I had to do, and the outcome is no longer in my hands. I have to just let go and see where the cards fall. See how the cookie crumbles. See, whatever. I would love to be fluid enough in Spanish to use idioms in Spanish. And one day I'll get there. One day I'll get there. I learn a new word every day, and I think I'll hear a new word every day. I don't know if I learn it. All right. Whoa. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. What a card. So the Six of Swords is about going from a turbulent place in your head and your thoughts into a calm place. I'm leaving the past behind. I'm letting go of the past. I'm letting go of the way things were. I'm not turning around. I did what I had to do. I said what I had to say. I packed what I had to pack. And now it's time to go to somewhere smooth, somewhere that's different, somewhere that's new, somewhere that's more tender, I want to say, more tender, toward comfort, toward, there's an interesting energy in this card. There's a certain, it's almost an isolation. I don't really want to use there's a self-nurturing and a self-reliance in this card that it's like, I did what I had to do. I said what I had to say, et cetera, et cetera. I'll say it for, another 12 times because it's just the way I am. And I'm comfortable in the actions that I took, and I'm going to let it lay. Because she's relaxing in her garden. She ain't doing nothing but relaxing. And then the Page of Cups comes. And the Page of Cups is really a gift, and it's intuition, and it's comfort and kindness. But I feel like that comfort and kindness needs to be extended to yourself, because sometimes, we do what we have to do, and it doesn't really go our way, or people don't hear what we have to say or whatever. And it's like, okay, I did my part. And I need to comfort myself in the fact that I did my part, even though it might not have gone the way I foresaw it or the way I wanted it to. It's like, okay, I can love myself through this process. Somebody didn't want it. It's not you. It's not you. I usually always get the cards as, whoever I'm reading for, but it's like somebody didn't want to take the gift. And, it's kind of like, there's a conversation I had with somebody this week. I can't remember who, but sometimes, you can offer everything to somebody, or suggestions or whatever. And if somebody doesn't want to be helped, there's no helping them. If they don't want to hear, they're not going to hear. If they don't want to see, they're not going to see. You did your part. Maybe one day they will, maybe one day they won't. Because I've been that guy. I've been that one where people were really trying to help me. And I was like, I got this, And I've also been on the other end of trying to like extend myself to people. And they're like, I don't need any help. Okay. We all have to go through what we all have to go through. And we all have our own individual paths and lessons and experiences. And it's so easy to sit back and say, well, this person needs that and that person needs this or whatever. And half the time, I don't even know what I need. So how am I going to, and I can't even like, do things for myself. So how am I going to do it for you? I just have to let it lie. Yeah. Because otherwise it's like, well, if I'm trying to impose my will on somebody, that's the devil. If I'm trying to like, oh, it's got to be my way or the highway, and this is the only way, it's like, because the devil's a false path. It's just going to lead you into the darkness. It's not going to, all right. Yeah. And you might have to rebalance things for a while, but it's okay. You have the ability. After the stormy sea comes the smooth water. Yeah. uh, you know, Turn your back on the past and move forward into the future. Move forward into the future, something more expansive, more adventurous, more, occupy yourself with something else. Occupy yourself with something else. How about joy? How about something creative? Look, I love when this one comes up with the devil. It's so interesting. So, in one of them, they're in hell, this Adam and Eve, and in the other one, they're in heaven. Well, they're in the Garden of Eden. And I can choose to be all wrapped up in what I'm addicted to, what I think I'm tied to, or I can free myself. When I say I am in you, or I can free myself. I have a choice. I have a choice. It's like, am I going to be tied to an energy that I can't really control? Or am I going to busy myself with something else? Right? And that's full of joy and wonder and hope. Am I going to, comfort myself in that I did everything I could do, and now I have to let go and move on with the rest of my life? Yeah. Sometimes the best thing we can do is get busy. Sometimes the best thing we can do is get busy, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm sitting and I'm worrying about this and I'm worrying about that. Maybe it's involved another person or it doesn't, or, and it's like, just do what you can do. Just get busy with what you can do. And, there's a certain, it like brings your power back. It kind of brings your power back. Another interesting thing that I saw this week, I saw this on, I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram. There's so much advertising on it now, and it's like, but I get a lot of pretty things on my feed, and I also get like a lot of spiritual stuff on my feed because people, send them as messages, blah blah blah. And I saw this woman, and she's like, if you're in this state of anxiety and nervousness and whatever, there are two ways to call your power back, right? And calling your power back into the now. The one way is to say your name, your full name out loud, right? And call your power back, your full name. And the other way is to call in energy. So think of a color, right? And maybe like as an orb or a sphere or something. And the color will probably will not always, but it'll be to the chakra that needs more, oomph. And then so I was watching it and I was like a little crazy. And so it was orange. And so I called all these orange orbs back into myself. I called my energy back because my energy was all over the place. So I called in, and the orange orb is the sacral center, which is really about creativity and sexuality. Um, Very powerful, very powerful. So I called all this orange energy into myself. I love orange anyway. And it really calmed me down. It really helped me a lot. So hopefully that can help you. So, that's also part of getting busy, right? Because it's in his busyness that he gets new ideas, and he's so lost in his work, he's blissed out. He's completely blissed out. He doesn't know how many pentacles he made. He's just like, he's enjoying doing it so much. It's almost like a kid in the sandbox or something. It's like, the sun is going down, and mommy's like, we have to go. And he's like, oh, I want to make another castle. Yeah, it's the end of a way of thinking. A new dawn is rising. It's good because it means it ended. Now that you've let go, right? Something new can come. Yep. New ideas, new inspiration. Interesting reading. I think I say that every week to everybody. Going to a new place in your head toward comfort, it's a gift. Getting busy, allowing new thoughts to come in. You're balancing the old, but you're letting go of this, need to control. You offered the gift. There's nothing more you can do. Now it's time for you to turn your back on the past, which was limited, and expand into more of a sense of love and joy. And, allow the illumination to come through, right, for new ideas. Interesting reading. It's been a very interesting week, I have to say. All right. Blessings to you. I did a little live on how to let go of resentments. And if you feel called, then watch the video. I give sort of like meditative instructions. Blessings.